Okay, so we can start either kneeling or cross-legged. Just choose a comfortable position for you. By comfortable, I just mean effortless. Just find that place where it's just easy for you to sit today. We'll start right away with a breath called Shivananda breath. It's really simple. We're inhaling for as long as possible. Pause at the top of the breath. Exhale out for as long as possible. And pause at the bottom. So just in your own time, just take a few rounds. We won't do too many. But just in those pauses at the top and the bottom of the breath, see if you can suspend thought for a moment. And then moments where you can suspend thought just for that brief kind of nanosecond. Notice what happens in your body. So at any point through the practice today, you can come back to this way of breathing. Just looking for those opportunities to suspend thought. Particularly when things start to get a little bit intense for you. Our intent today is to move with ease. Open your eyes. Seated side bend in shoelace today. Start with your left leg crossed over your right. If you need to just cross your legs, do that, that's fine. Alrighty, let's take the right hand out to the right. Inhale the left arm over. And then exhale, let your right ear rest towards right shoulder. So early days in the practice, it's early in the morning. We don't want to be going in too deep, but feel for those pointers, like the sit bones plug down. The spine lifts up. And the neck relaxed. And then again, remember we're easing into this today. Just feel for the quality of breath that helps you do that. And then from there, reach your left arm into neck release. So it's hovering just above the floor. Continue to unwind through the left side of your neck. And just start to feel this sense of your breath moving into the upper left side of your chest. And then using your left arm, bring your body up, keeping your head relaxed as you help your head with your hand. And then change sides. So you can stack your shins or cross your legs, you choose. Inhale, left arm up and over to the left. And as you exhale, right arm comes over. So again, we want to get that sense of the pelvic bones plugging into the earth. Apart from that being a physical way of grounding, it helps us energetically land. So this sense of completely being here. And then as you inhale again, just feel that light lift of the spine, sternum away from the navel, And then the right side of the neck relaxed. Okay, and then from there, reaching your right arm into neck release. So same thing, guiding the breath with your mind into the upper part of your chest. And see your breath reach into the areas that feel just a bit closed down today. And then using your right arm to ease your body up. Left hand to the side of your head, help your head up. You can do this next one again in cross-legged, or if you've got the option, half lotus. So bring the top of your left foot to the top of your right thigh. Otherwise, legs crossed is fine. Half lotus people, your left hand comes behind and takes a hold of your left foot. Everybody inhale, right arm up, and then exhale, twist. So again, we're just starting to introduce a gentle twist to the spine, like no yanking at this stage. We'll start to use the breath, so as you inhale, you can feel that there's lengthening through the back of the head and the back of the neck. And then let the exhale be the guiding breath deeper, like let the breath carry you rather than you trying to force the movement. And then ease on back through center on your inhale. Change sides as you exhale. Right hand behind. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist. So again, that noticing this human tendency to want to go as deep as possible into the twist. Just take your time this morning. So plug through your sit bones, plug down. Inhale to ease your spine tall. And then let your breath take you deeper. Inhale back through center. Unravel your legs as you exhale and set up for abs. Remember, always there's options to do this with feet down. You do what feels good today. Interlace your fingers, feet up if you are up leveling. Elbows point straight up, elbow to knee, and then we'll add on as we go. Inhale, head and shoulders up. Hold your breath, low back down. Slight curl of the tailbone. Exhale, elbows to left knee, take your right leg forward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low belly draws down. Exhale, elbows to your right knee, take your left leg forward, belly draws in again. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows to left knee, take your right leg forward and ease your belly down. It's like slow, slow, slow. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows to right knee, take your left leg forward. Press a little through the leg there as you exhale, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows to left knee, take your right leg forward. Press, press. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Lift a little more if you can as you hold your breath. Curl tailbone, exhale, elbows right, take your left leg forward. Press, press, belly draws in. Inhale back to center, listen for the change. Hold your breath. Press the top rim of your sacrum down. Exhale, elbows to your left knee, take your right leg straight up this time. Put your right hand at the top of your right thigh. Take an inhale into the lower part of your belly. And as you exhale, use your right hand, send your right thigh up. Keep pulling your belly down. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, press top rim of your sacrum down. Exhale, elbows to right knee, take your left leg straight up, belly draws in. Left hand at the top of your left thigh. Take an inhale. As you exhale, guide your left thigh bone skyward. Keep pulling your belly down. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath. Press top rim of your sacrum down. Exhale, elbow to left knee, take your right leg straight up. Right hand, right thigh, take an inhale. And again, guide your thigh skyward as you exhale. Keep lifting left shoulder up. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows right, left leg up. Left hand, left thigh, take an inhale. Use your hand, create space in the lower part of your belly as you exhale. Keep pulling the belly down. Inhale back to center, we got one more round. Hold your breath. Press top rim of your sacrum down. Exhale, elbows to left, right leg up. Right hand, right thigh. Take an inhale. As you exhale, guide your thigh bone skyward. Lift your left elbow up. Belly draws in. Inhale back to center, head stays up. Hold your breath, low back down. Exhale, elbows to right knee, left leg up. Left hand, left thigh, big breath. As you exhale, guide your thigh bone skyward, belly draws in. Inhale back to center. Exhale, head down, feet down. Take a feeling breath into your belly there. Open mouth, breath out. And then keep your knees bent. Set up for back traction, Uddiyana with back traction. So feet are a little bit wider than hip actually. And then turn your toes out so about a 45-degree angle. Your hands come to the top of your thighs closest to your hip joint. Chin is tucked. And then we'll do one round together and then you guys do one on your own. So let's get on the same page. We'll take a breath in together. And a breath out together. And then we'll do one round. So inhale fully. Exhale completely. Hold your breath out. Pull your belly in and up towards your navel. Keep your chin tucked under as you push your thighs away. So you're creating a traction. And now your back can lift or you can press it down. Different for different people. But keep holding your breath out, holding your belly in. When you do need to breathe, relax your belly first. Then do one more round. Once you've done your second round, take a hold of your roll. If you don't have a roll, use a block and set up for gate opener. You can always do this with feet on the wall if you need support for the lower back, and you can work with your knees bent as well. All right. Fingers interlaced, hands at the base of the skull, elbows point up. Inhale, spread your back across the mat. Hold your breath, squeeze the roll. Curl tailbone a little bit. As you exhale, lift head and shoulders up. Lower belly draws in. Put your left hand on the roll. Inhale, straddle. Feet active. Exhale, curl pubic bone up towards your navel. Send your thigh bones forward. Belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Squeeze the roll, curl tailbone. As you exhale, lift head and shoulders up, lower belly draws in. Right hand on the roll, inhale to straddle. As you exhale, curl pubic bone up. Keep a little bend in your knees. Belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Curl your tailbone, squeeze the roll. This time, squeeze your sit bones a little. As you exhale, lift head and shoulders up, lower belly draws in. Left hand on the roll, inhale, straddle. Feet active as you exhale, curl, pubic bone to navel. Reach thigh bones away, lower belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Press top rim of your sacrum down, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws in. Put your right hand on the roll, inhale to straddle. Keep a little bend through your knees as you exhale. Press through your heels. Curl tailbone, belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath. Press top rim of your sacrum down, curl tailbone, squeeze the roll. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws in. Left hand on the roll, inhale to straddle. Again, spreading through your feet this time. Exhale, curl pubic bone to navel, reach through thighs, belly draws in. Inhale, legs together, head down, feet stay up. Hold your breath, curl tailbone, squeeze the roll, squeeze sit bones. Exhale, head and shoulders come up, belly draws in. Put your right hand on the roll, inhale to straddle. As you exhale this time, curl pubic bone and squeeze sit bones together. Lower belly draws in. Inhale, legs together. Exhale, head down, feet down. Keep the prop where it is. Take a feeling breath into your belly. Easy breath out. And set up for bridge with a roll or a block. So the roll is in between your thighs, arms are by your side. Chin tucked, back of your neck long. Spread out through your toes. Inhale into the side of your ribs. Press through your heels. Exhale, pelvis lifts. So rather than really gripping the roll or block for dear life, just grip it enough this morning to feel a slight activation of your inner leg lines. And then once you feel that they're engaged enough, feel for easing the upper back away from the floor. Sometimes we can really jerk the body when we're trying to get deeper. Just encourage you to take the time that it takes for your body to get into the pose. And remember that the way that we're breathing impacts the intensity, right? So if we breathe in really intensity, it sometimes makes the pose even more challenging. If you can be in a pose that's relatively intense but breathe really calmly, it sometimes changes the whole entire experience. Okay, from there, lift yourself a little more. Really feel for curling your pubic bone up towards the ceiling. And then as you lower, place your upper back on the mat, your mid back, and then keep that little squeeze of the roll as you put your lower back down. Move the roll away. Come over onto one side and set up for turbo dog. Hands start underneath the shoulders, then we walk them forward maybe 6 inches or so. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bend your elbows towards the earth. Head is relaxed. Then take another inhale, tuck your toes, and as you exhale, knees lift. Once you're in turbo dog, feel for activating your legs as much as you are your arms. So they're helping to lift a little bit of the intensity. If you need knees down today, that's absolutely okay. But in this place where you're able to start to feel now the heat rising through the upper part of your body, probably into your mind and your brain, feel for that practice of breathing really easy, really steady. Okay, from here, take one more feeling breath. And step your left foot into warrior 2 as you breathe out. Take your arms out so your palms are upward facing. We're coming into eagle. Inhale your right arm under your left. So you've got the bind. If the bind doesn't work for you, you can just bring your forearms to touch. Okay. From here, get length through your spine. So feel your tailbone reach down, crown of your head reach up. And then settle the breath after all that intensity in turbo dog. Just ease the breath. From there, keep your legs the same, release your arms. Come into archer. Left elbow bends, right arm up your back. So your right elbow faces down. You don't need to interlock here. You can just have your hand on your elbow, that's fine. But get a sense of, rather than the abs stretching here, more that your shoulders in your armpit region. And then feel for moving your breath into your left armpit. And as you breathe out, like this sense of just easing your left elbow skyward and your right elbow down. It's like really easy. Release, extended warrior with a half bind, left forearm, left thigh. Right arm comes behind. So you can either hold your leggings or your thighs, whatever works. Feel for a light lift as you press through the bottom arm, but it's not over like intense. Just enough to feel like your left ribs are lifting. And then ease your left ear down towards your left shoulder so the right side of your neck feels free. And then for these moments of quiet in the pose, just re-steady the breath again. And from there, release. Come into plank. Lower as you breathe out. Cobra, maybe a little lower to start. Make sure your legs are working. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Warrior two with eagle arms. Inhale, right foot forward. Left arm under as you exhale. And again, come into that place where you feel the length of the spine. Tailbone down, crown of the head reaches. Feet are relaxed. And those pauses, those suspensions in the breath that we did at the start of practice, see if you can start to extend those momentary pauses. So the suspension of thought just gets a little bit longer. And then release for archer. Right arm up, left arm down. If your fingers don't interlock, you can also just hold your clothing. Just kind of whatever works really. Easing your right elbow skyward and your left elbow down. And then feel for the release of tension on your face. So just notice the skin around your cheekbones, your eyes. This sense of softness in those places on the really obvious areas of tension that we don't often see. And from there, release, bring your right forearm, right thigh, half bind. So again, just lightly lifting up, nothing too exaggerated. Want to feel that your neck can relax. You want to feel that the right ribs rotate skyward. So you've got this sense of opening through the front of the body. And again, just easy breath. Awesome work. And then from there, release. Just press to down dog or turbo if you want that. And put your knees down. You have the option of dolphin on the wall with one leg up, 3 breaths each side, or dolphin on the mat, so no wall, 1 leg up each side, 3 breaths. So I'm going to demo dolphin on the wall, 1 leg up, but you guys do what you feel is appropriate. Remember, you can always work with hands clasped, which I personally like to do at the early on in practice, just to make sure that my shoulders are stable. But, you know, maybe you've already done some work on that today. For those of you guys with one leg up, whether that's on the mat or on the wall, be mindful not to go into a back bend so it's straight up. And you want to feel that your sit bones are helping that process, so there's a lengthening through the side ribs. The head is relaxed and the breath is still steady. So changing legs if you haven't already. If you're not doing a one-legged version, still be very mindful of both legs working. So particularly if you're up on the wall, feel the inner thighs lift up. So we're constantly working on lengthening through the spine rather than coming into this back bend where we dump into the lower back. All right, and when you've done your 3 breaths on each side, or your 6 breaths in total, come back to down dog or turbo. Let's take a full breath in there just again to settle. A full breath out. And then left foot forward for warrior 2. We're coming straight into reverse. So inhale, take your arms up. Hold your breath, go back only as far as your breath will allow. And then right hand, right thigh as your left arm comes over. So just remembering this one, we're not too much of a back bend. If you're feeling like you're feeling this in the lower back, focus on reaching your sit bones straight down. That should help a little bit. And then from there, you want to feel a big breath through the left side of the ribs as you lift up. Stay for exhale. And come into head to ankle prep. So the left hand is on the left thigh, the inner thigh. Right hand can be on the floor or a block, just what works. And then chest down towards the floor. So as you inhale, the breath moves into left hip joint. As you exhale, you're easing the left hip joint and the left thigh bone forward. So creating a bit of space in that place. Back of the head relaxed. Okay, just final breath there into, see if you can really get your breath to touch into the left hip joint. And then bring your feet to parallel. You can stay pretty close to the floor here. They're about 3 feet apart, fold forward, and then take your left hand to your right ankle, flank stretch. Right hand is either on the floor or your left hand. Take a breath in through the left ribs so that you feel this sense of arching. And then let your chest and your head move down. So focusing on lifting through the inner arches of the feet. The legs are stable and steady. But the rest of the body is actually quite relaxed. That's what we talk about in yoga as Stiram Sukham Asana. Steady, strong and soft. And release from there. Walk your hands forward and step back to plank. Come down however you need to. Cobra is an inhale. Upper back works here, legs are on. And then pull your navel to your spine, ribs draw in. Down dog or turbo dog as you exhale. Reverse warrior. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Take your arms up. Inhale. Hold your breath, go back as you hold your breath. And then left hand to the thigh as you exhale. So again, we want to feel more about lifting through the spine here than it is in going back. And this sense of leaning onto an imaginary wall behind. And then steady out the breath again. Use that as a guiding principle in your practice. How steady is your breath? And easing on up into head to ankle, right hand, right thigh, left hand to the floor. Inhale into your right hip joint. Guiding your right thigh bone forward as you exhale. Chest moves over to your left hand. Again, this sense of letting the head hang down. Relax your toes. Really start to feel an embodied sense of ease. Like, yes, these poses are challenging, of course, but we can make them less or more intense by the way we approach. Release, parallel your feet. Come back to flank setup. So the hands are on the floor, you're in a forward fold. And then this time right hand to left ankle, left hand either on the floor or your right hand. Your feet don't need to be the widest they've ever been in the whole of your life ever. They can just be a little bit narrower if that's better today. The most important thing is that your legs are engaged. Thigh bones, shin bones, inner thighs. And then again, your spine, your upper body can relax. Full feeling breath through the right side, like really luxuriate in the space that's there in this pose. And then release. Step back either to down dog or turbo. Put your knees down. The next wall pose is forearm balance on the wall. If forearm balance is not for you today, you can do any other version, like another dolphin on the wall or a dolphin on the mat. Something similar to that. Okay. If you're coming into forearm balance, make sure you're relatively close to the wall, just so you've got something to support there. And then kick up on your exhale. You can do this with hands clasped or forearms parallel. 5 breaths. Forearm balance people there's a real fine line in this pose between activation and relaxing. So get this sense that you're being lifted up from the inside out. Okay, once you've done your 5 breaths, whatever version you're doing, come back to down dog or turbo dog. Let's just take a breath in there together. Get your steady happening. And then step the left foot forward for warrior 2. We come into extended warrior. Now, I like a block here for me. You don't have to use that. Hand is inside the left leg today. Exhale, right arm over. The block for me just gives me a little bit more space through the left side of the ribs. And then this sense in this pose of rolling the left ribs up towards the ceiling. It's not a lot. There's this sense of feeling both sides lengthening, whilst the neck and the jaw and the eyes relax. Release, come into lounge lunge. You can have your block there. I actually like to use a block sometimes. So your right hand will be on the block or not, it doesn't matter. Left arm outside your left leg, and then you're hanging your ribs. So it is a little bit of a twist, this pose. It's like your chest is moving towards your left knee And your left knee comes in towards your chest. And that whole right side like hikes up. So again, use this just to settle the intensity. Move back into a place of ease with your breath. And then release. Come into pigeon. So take your left foot over to the right side of the mat. I personally like to tuck my right toes under. It just gives me a bit more space to reach that leg back. And again, the front leg can be parallel or not. And then coming all the way down. Maybe today you stay on your forearms. Keep active through your left foot. But again, feel for that steadiness of your breath. So easy, easy. From there, take an inhale, plant your palms, step back to plank and lower as you exhale. Cobra, feel your upper back working again. Your heart moves forward. And then navel to spine, ribs in. Down dog or turbo as you exhale. Extended warrior. Inhale, step your right foot forward. So remember, you can use a block and then your left arm comes over. So this whole entire side line of the body is extending. Left side of your neck relatively relaxed. I like to tuck the chin in here a bit. And then again, that's that finding where in this pose you need to activate. Through the legs, through the heels, through the feet. And then relax through the upper body. Maybe even a little press of the right leg into the right arm there to feel a bit more in the hip joint. And then release. Come into lounge lunge. Left hand on the block. Right knee into the chest. Left leg reaches back. This sense of twisting the left ribs towards the right shin, inner thigh, something like that. And the whole left ribs hanging. And then release, pigeon. Take your right foot over to the left. Tuck your left toes, reach the left leg back and then come down. Come on in. Keep pressing, still active through the right foot here. It's like the inner right ankle is reaching. And washing the breath through the back of the body. And then from there, release, press back to down dog or turbo. And then lower your knees down. So you have the option here to go into handstand on the wall. So you're kicking up into handstand. Down dog on the wall with the option to have one leg up. Or turbo dog off the wall. So I'm going to demo the middle one. I'm going to demo down dog on the wall. But turbo dog off the mat is the down level and handstand is the up level. Hands are shoulder width apart. Take an inhale, lift your knees. And as you exhale, step one foot followed by the other. So just checking that your shoulders, elbows and wrists are all aligned. And again, you can keep both feet on the wall if you're up leveling. to the version with one leg up. You go straight in. Handstand people. Make sure that you're doing that same thing of lifting through the inner legs, inner ankles, inner thighs. So you're not dumping into the lower back. And then if you're in a one-legged version of something, whether that's turbo dog or down dog on the wall, change legs. Keep pushing the floor away, feel your chest work, your upper back. And then release, come down, come back to down dog. Take a breath in there. Exhale out. Twisting warrior, step your left foot forward. Come into warrior one legs. So you can lift your back heel up here. Inhale your right arm up. Exhale, twist, little fist with your right hand. Left hand goes on top. Inhale to extend the crown of your head forward. Like lengthen through your spine again, and as you exhale, twist. So chest moves towards your fist. Okay, back leg is active, whatever version. Take an inhale there. Release on your exhale, put your back knee down. Left hand on your left thigh, inhale, right arm up. Extended twisting lunge as you exhale, so you're aiming to get the whole of your right arm outside of your left leg. And then you can either keep your left hand on your sacrum there, or your left arm comes overhead. So in this version, the torso is actually on the thigh. It's the opposite to the previous pose. Again, we're just rinsing internal organs. A little bit of space through the upper back there. Pretty intense. So breathe in with ease. And then release. Set up for man-coon stretch. So your left foot moves out a little bit wider. Both hands are inside your left foot. Keep your left foot flat so you're not lifting onto the outer edge, and then back knee lifts. So you can stay here with your arms straight. If you're having an open hip day, you can come down onto your forearms, but remember this front foot, you're not on the knife edge, it's a different version. So it's all about lengthening the heart forward here. Feeling for that length through the spine. It gets into the inner leg line pretty effectively. And then from there, take an inhale, stay, just activate the back leg a little more. And then release as you exhale, step back, come into plank. Take an inhale, and then lower all the way. Cobra, feel your upper back working. Thighs engage. Navel to spine. So really feel that activation as you exhale, down dog. Twisting warrior, step your right foot forward, back heel lifts. Or you can have your warrior one position, back heel down. Left arm up, inhale. Twist. It's a little fist with your left hand. Right hand goes on top. So again, as you inhale, you want to feel this lengthening through the front of the body. And then twisting your chest towards your fist as you breathe out. But keep the neck relaxed, particularly the right side. Yes. Feeling breath in to feel both legs. And then gradually release the back knee down as you breathe out. Put your right hand on your right thigh. Inhale, left arm straight up. You come into the extended twisting lunge. So the idea is the whole of your left arm is outside of your right leg, and you might need a block under the left hand there. You can have right hand on your sacrum, that's one option. Right arm. Oh, this is a really intense one for me. I don't know about you guys, but particularly into the upper back where it feels quite restricted anyway. So really work on seeing your breath move into that place. That's the key. Awesome work. And then release. Take that right foot out a little bit wider. Back leg lifts. So you can be on your palms here with the spine lengthening forward and really feeling the inner right leg line. If there is space in the hip, you can come to forearms. But again, if you round into your upper back, that's not the point. So we want to feel the heart move forward. The spine is long. And we're still pressing through the inner edge of the right foot there. Not my most favourite pose, I will be honest. But great for the inner thigh particularly. Maybe you feel it in the outer thigh also. And then release, press back, down dog only. Woo! All right, lower your knees down. I'll show you this. I can't talk in this when I'm upside down, so I'll show you where we're going. We're going to be in forearm balance. And then say these are my legs, so we're in forearm balance. We're going to do some little straddle repetitions. Now, obviously, you can do this up against the wall. You don't need to come all the way out with your legs. You can just do like little mini ones. So that's your up level. If not, do any previous wall pose that we've done today. Okay, so if you're not up for that, totally get it. Do something either on the wall. And again, if it's not a good day on the wall for you, do something on your mat like a dolphin or a turbo dog, something. Once you've done, come back, down dog or turbo dog. Full breath in here. And out. Twisted triangle, step your left foot forward. Right hand can be inside or outside of the left foot. Remember, there's always an option to use a block. Actually, I'm going to use a block today. Okay. So left hand can be on your sacrum, or you can take your left arm straight up. Remember, this is not just about the arm though. The arm's kind of not important at all. More so that we feel the length of the spine. Okay. So engage your back leg here. Take an inhale to lengthen forward and then twist from your navel as you exhale. Keep just reaching up through the left arm there. Keep the neck relaxed. And from there, release. Come back into pigeon, but this time we're adding on. So your left shin doesn't need to be parallel here. You can have your heel a bit closer to your groin. Just so happens that mine does that. And then turn your torso so it faces towards your left foot. Tuck your right toes under, reach your right leg back. And then as you lower, your sternum, your chest bone, is coming towards your left foot. Okay, so we're just getting into another part of the pelvis. More into like the deeper kind of muscles of the hip joint. So again, remember, keeping the left foot active. We're still really aware of this, this connection through the feet particularly. All right, beautiful. And then from there, bring the heel in a little bit towards the groin. You can have your left hand on the floor, or you can come down onto your forearm, but we're working with pigeon heel to butt. So right hand grabs your back ankle, right hand, right foot. If you need to use a strap, you can. And then coming forward, if you can, onto your forearm as you bring your heel in towards your butt. That might be too much today, so come back up if it is. But essentially what we want to feel for is a quad stretch on the right side, which no doubt you'll be feeling. You'll also probably get something in your left hip joint. I do. And then use your breath in a way that thins out the tension in your quads. It can be pretty intense there. And then release. Step back to plank. Come forward on an inhale to lower. Exhale. Cobra. Inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Twisting triangle, right foot forward. Left hand inside or outside of your right foot. Right hand on your sacrum. Remember, blocks are an option here. So again, you want to feel this lengthening through the spine as you inhale. And then twisting open as you exhale. Right arm reaches skyward or stays on your sacrum. And the twist always from the navel, from the center. Let go through the neck. So if it feels okay to keep a bit of tension in there, that's fine. But just notice if you're overstraining on the right side of the neck. And then release. Pigeon sternum to foot. So the back toes tuck under, give yourself more space, more chance to do this. Twist to face your right foot and then bringing the sternum down. As you press out through right heel. Feeling the back of the neck relax. And feeling the toes spread wide. And separate your teeth. And then release. Pigeon heel to butt. So bring that right heel into the ground a little bit. Reach with your left hand, grab your left foot. Remember, straps can work too. And then coming forward. As you bring the heel in towards the butt. So again, just note like the quads are the biggest muscle group in our body. They're not going to be kind to us. So breathe in a way that helps that tension just kind of layer by layer start to dissolve. It's definitely not going to happen in a couple of breaths, that's for sure. Okay, and then let go of the foot, release. Just press back to down dog as you breathe out. Crawl back to down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. A few more standing poses before we get to the floor. Step your left foot forward into warrior two. Come up on your inhale. Just relax your arms. We're coming into what is called cassowary. So we'll start with archer, but the right arm is up. So the right elbow goes skyward, left arm underneath. Don't worry if you can't interlock. And then we inhale to lift up through the chest. And then as you exhale, you start to take that right elbow down towards the floor. So the right elbow is like the little bony thing on the top of the cassowary's head. And this cassowary medicine is all about not getting stuck, right? So we breathe in a way that helps us feel as though we're getting unstuck, whether that's through the hip joint or through our mind. And then from there, keep the pose but release your arms to the floor and then start to walk your hands through your legs so your fingers point towards the back of the room. It's a variation of head to ankle, so the front knee's still bent here. Very much alive in the legs, this pose. So again, be mindful of the quality and the intention of your breath. Like, how do we still feel easeful when there's like a hell of a lot of intensity? And what's our go-to response? Like, do we want to run? Do we want to blame? Do we want to cry? All welcome, by the way, but again, we just stay regardless. All right, walk your hands towards the top of the mat, put your back knee down. So you're back in a high lunge, right? Back knee's under your hip, front heel under your knee. And we're going to come into head to ankle stage one. So your head comes down towards the left ankle and your right hip stays stacked over your right knee. If there is room, you can take your left arm underneath your left leg and keep moving your head down towards your ankle. You can then straighten your back leg into a warrior one position, so your back heel is flat on the mat, head down towards your ankle. And if you're having a really open day, which I'm not today, you can put your head beyond your ankle. Engage in your back thigh, keep breathing steady. Awesome work, and then release. Step back to plank. Take an inhale to come forward. Lower on your exhale. Cobra. Inhale, heart moves forward, upper back squeezes. Navel to spine, ribs in. Down dog on your exhale. Cassowary. Inhale, step your right foot forward. Come up into warrior two. Left arm goes up, elbow bends. Right arm under. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Hinge forward at your hips as you exhale. Head down. Don't worry if the left elbow doesn't reach the floor. That's not really the point. It's keeping that front knee bent as you let the torso hang. And then from there, unravel and walk your fingers through your legs again. So we come into that head to ankle version. The front knee stays bent. So your legs are in warrior two. Your hands walk through. Keep a steady breath. Like, even though I know this is intense, it's intense for all of us. But thinking about how intense it is just makes it more intense, right? So how can we uptake that as a positive quality of energy? And then release, put the back knee down. You're in a high lunge. Whoo! There is some charge to that. All right. Stage 1, head down towards your right ankle. Left hip stays stacked over left knee. You can walk your right hand through, and then if you want to go into the straight leg version, I'm not sure that's an up level. It just is a different version. So, yeah, you work with what you work with. Keep moving the head towards your right inner ankle. Keep relaxing the back of the neck. And then from there, release. Step back to down dog only. Take a breath in there. A full breath out. And then we've got one last round of standing stuff. Step your left foot forward, come up for triangles. It's a nice, easy one, this one. Front heel intersects your back arch. Inhale the left arm up. Reach it forward and bring the left hand to the shin. You can reach to the floor if you've got that flexibility today. And then right arm goes straight up. So you can look down at your left foot if that's better for your neck. I don't mind if you want to look up towards your right fingertips. Like sometimes that helps me to see where my right arm is in space. I often need to bring it a lot further forward to get it aligned. A steady breath. Okay, and from there, bring your right hand to the floor. Set up for a pigeon again. Now, this one does need to have the shin parallel to the top of the mat. So what you might need to do is bend your back knee here. All right. From here, we're twisting the torso towards the left foot. The elbow comes inside of the left foot. If you can, you get your armpit in there. You've got a little fist with the left hand. Right hand goes on top. And then you're twisting your chest like around towards the ceiling. It won't go there, but in the direction of. So again, we want to get into another layer of the hip joint, the stabilizing muscles in there. Steady breath. Let go through the right side of your neck here. Okay, ease on out. So I'm going to give you two options. Splits is the full version. Make sure that you've got your back toes tucked under and your front toes flexed up towards your kneecap. So your legs are not just like flexing, they're stable. Hands can be on the blocks, but keep your chest upright. Okay, so that's full splits. If that is just horrifying for you this morning, never fear. We have many other options. So you will come into a half splits. In Forrest, we send the top of the foot down towards the floor, but if it feels better for you to flex those toes back, go there. I don't mind. Inhale up onto your fingertips and then exhale, walk your hands forward. So it just gets a different place. Like if you flex your toes back, you'll get the hamstrings. If you flex them forward, you'll get the top of the shin, which is often just overlooked a little bit. If you're in full splits, separate your teeth. Everybody, deep breath in. Stay for breath out. And then make your way somehow to plank. Come forward on an inhale. Lower on an exhale. Cobra. Use your arms to lengthen your spine. Navel to spine. Down dog as you exhale. Triangle. Right foot forward. Inhale, right arm up. Right hand to shin or floor. Left arm up. Do something with your neck that helps you feel for ease. Come back to a really steady breath. And from there, release. Come down, twisting pigeon. So remember, if you need to, you can bend that back knee, but the front shin does need to be parallel to the top of the mat for this one. And then take your right elbow inside your right foot, armpit if you're having an open day, and then fist, right hand, left hand on top. Feel for activation through your right foot, even though we're like so close to Shavasana. Just want to stay very much in feeling. And then release. So come into your version of splits, either full or half. You can use blocks to put your hands on if you've got two blocks the same. But again, that sense of making sure that the legs are active in all versions. And one more feeling breath in here. Slowly release as you breathe out. Take both legs forward and roll all the way down. Make your way to Shavasana. So taking your ankles out to the outer edges of the mat. Tuck your tailbone. If you want to take legs up the wall, you can as well. Shoulders away from your ears. Chin tucked. Maybe your hands are resting on your belly. Have a few rounds of abdominal breathing before you really move into that place of let go. Remember your breath. This time breathe in with a little bit more ease at this point. Just bringing your feet together. Reach your arms above your head, full body stretch. Maybe lifting your upper back away from the floor. Point your toes away. And then transition to one side. And from there, easing up to sitting or kneeling. Your hands to rest easy at your heart. Just, remembering that we've imbibed this into our body today on the mat. And then our next job now is to take that quality of calm and ease into our life situations. Practice. It's all about progress, not perfection. So deep breath in. A full breath out. Namaste. Gracias. Thank you.